So this is the lumbar flexion pails and rails setup. Could also be felt like a global spinal flexion setup as well. But the focus here and the intent is to expand the capabilities of bending over at the lumbar spine. We need to be sensitive to these structures. Some people are hypersensitive to this type of drill, so it's important that we really respect the stretch effects, the contraction effects, and the effort that we're putting towards it. If you're feeling the freedom of effort, obviously we're going to want to ramp that up. So first things first is we're going to get into a nice stretched position where we're rounding our body down. Just like all pails and rails expansion work, we are working on this stretch component here for about 2 minutes. So if you need to wiggle around and explore some of the ranges, that is totally appropriate. We're just not trying to come right back up into these shortened positions. So when we get into these pails and rails contractions, we're going to be utilizing the pelvis tilting. So we're going to be driving an anterior pelvic tilt, so that's extension, and then we're going to be driving the posterior pelvic tilt, which is pushing your back that direction. So we're driving this way first, and then we're driving that way second for the rails contraction. You might feel something occurring here towards your core, and then right in towards your hip flexors and your psoas. So let's say it's been about 2 minutes now for this stretch. I will then begin my pails contraction nice and slow as if I have a dial. Take a nice breath, breathe out. Pails contraction, I'm going to anteriorly pelvic tilt here. That lights up my lower back. Again, we're trying to ramp it up to a point where the effort is high enough, but not creating pain signals. I've approached that sensation. I'm going to hold this contraction for 10 to 15 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the rails, that's me pushing my back behind me for the wall behind me to get deeper into flexion. My core is engaged. Find the strong contraction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Once we've gotten to that relaxed position, you might need to maneuver around a little bit, change the angle of where you're trying to get this stretch from. So if I want to, I can really reach out this way and lock myself into place. If you're a little more mobile, obviously we're starting from a position like so where you're reached out. We're going to stay in this stretch position for about 30 to 60 seconds. Again, you can wiggle around just a little bit. Allow those tissues to experience different angles of stretching, not just the straight line. And then we're going to get right back into our pails and rails contraction. So the pails, again, is tailbone tucking up towards the ceiling, anterior pelvic tilt. Drive decently hard. Hold the contraction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rails, push that back behind you. Feel the expansion. Contract the core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax.